Hello and good morning everybody, or good afternoon if it's the afternoon for you, or whenever it is you're watching this video. Ryan here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on Chillin', our no terraforming Southern Hemisphere island, continuing the work on designing, decorating, and trying to just kind of complete the overall design process, but overall just also kind of taking it easy and enjoying the process as we go along here as well. Today's plan, I guess, is to continue laying down the foundations of our neighborhood section, maybe even design our museum a little bit. We are getting closer and closer to the overall, I would say, finalization of the blueprint or map of how I want the pathing and where I want things to go on this island. And so today we're just going to continue on with it and get a little bit closer to getting to the point where after everything is laid out, we then just start decorating everything. So as always, kick back, relax, and let's spend some time together and take a look and see what we have going on here. So I did do a little bit of work, and by a little bit of work, I mean like really a little bit. I ended up moving Bluebear's home over here to the neighborhood section as well. So really, the only thing that I need to move now are the 3 houses down at the beach, including mine. And then what else I did as well, oops, can't go through there, is after I moved the museum, I started to lay out the foundations of this section right up here as well. So this section I had to space out using the tiles that you can see there. And I realized that really only 2 houses can fit in this particular section. And then there's this kind of, I don't know exactly what to do with this section. It kind of almost looks like just a little seating area, maybe for the 2 residents who actually end up living here. I thought about making it mine and Lyman's little area. So my house would go here and Lyman's house would go there, or vice versa. But I then couldn't figure out what would go there. And then it would also be kind of disproportionate because obviously your house is bigger than the resident houses. They're 4x4 and yours is 5x4. But I think that would be totally fine if that ended up being the case. And then I know for a fact I need to clean up a lot of these flowers, and I need to clean up my inventory as well. So I'm going to use a pipe really quick to head back home, drop off some of this stuff, and we'll start the overall island cleanup process, and we'll see if we can't lay down some pathing before the end of the video today. All right, so I suppose I should keep some of the fencing on me since it's easier for me to map out where things are going to go whenever I use the fencing. Definitely a lot easier than putting down a pathing just to pick up the pathing again, but I think today we're just going to go ahead and use that method instead. I have a lot of stuff apparently. Oh, that's right. These were this was the clothes that I had before I recorded the intro for the last video. I think I meant to use this as a decoration piece, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it away for now. Getting very close to also having my inventory filled. Definitely need to spend some money to increase storage on this. How much do I have left? Oh, I got about, what is that, 88 left to go? So, not too bad. Oh, also another thing I need to do is I need to, well, I guess it depends on how this goes. I was going to say the other thing I need to do is move one of the houses, but I guess it doesn't really make sense if I don't have the pathing laid out. Although I could always put it up top there where I designated the areas. So first I'm going to pick this up, and we're just going to start picking up all these flowers. Now, there have been thoughts about possibly making all of the flowers the exact same color. I've seen a lot of wonderful photos of people's islands where they generally have all the same color flower, whether it be all white flowers, all blue flowers. Oh, all blue flowers. Isn't that like 3 flowers? All yellow flowers, all red flowers, things of that nature. And there's a thought that makes me wonder if that would be a good idea. I think it would look very pretty, and so far the aesthetics that people generally use that design style on are really, really nice. My Northern Hemisphere island, for example, doesn't have that. But it is something that I have thought about doing. It is something that I've seen numerous times before, like I said. The only problem with that is I kind of like the color of having all the flowers, and I feel like when it comes to something like that, you don't really know how you'll feel about it until pretty much it's done. And if you end up not liking it after all is said and done, then you know, unfortunately it's too late. And yeah, so I don't know. I know that I've mentioned in videos in the past that sometimes you just have to be okay with terraforming things and you know, undoing them and redoing them again, and maybe that's just what I have to do. Especially if doing that work for someone can help them figure out whether or not it's good for them too. I don't know how many other people also think about doing the one color flower thing, but yeah, it's certainly been a thought. Plus, it'd be a lot easier to decorate and not worry about, oh, there's too many yellow flowers in this section, there's too many white flowers in that section. If all the flowers are white, then there will never be any conversation about that. As for these flowers that I'm currently picking, I mean, these are my native flowers, and as you can see, they've kind of started to overpopulate the island, and so, whoops, that's not where I want to go. And so, at this point, honestly, I'm just going to sell them. I have plenty of other flowers on my beach still as well, and, you know, if I ever need them, it's not like they don't continue to be produced and things of that nature. So basically, I'm just going to sell these, and then I guess what I can do is I can grab one of the houses down at the beach and take a look and see. So I know Goldie's down there. I think, yep, Lyman is still down there, and then Raymond. The only villager really that I have a particular idea of whether or not I want to put his house somewhere is Lyman. So Raymond and Goldie would be the only ones that I would want to move up there if I didn't put my house up there. So that would equal, let's see, I have 6 houses down there in the bottom left and then 2 up there. So really, it would just be 2 more houses and then... Oh, no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 7 houses down there, right. I just, like, pictured it in my mind. And yeah, so maybe we'll see. You know, I guess at the end of the day, really, it's 2 houses up top and then 2 houses somewhere else. I for some reason, I was thinking that there were 6 houses down in the left-hand side of where my where everything is, but it's 7. Okay, let's talk infrastructure. So we'll just move we'll move Raymond's home, and we'll definitely have just Raymond up there. This is a lot of people probably will think that, oh, Raymond's one of the more popular villagers, and that's why I'm putting him up there. No, if I'm being completely honest, I just started moving villagers' houses to that neighborhood section without any real thought or care as to who was being moved. Because one, I just needed to see whether or not I would end up liking it there, and yeah, so it just so happened. Well, I said 1. Is there a 2? I don't think there's a 2. You gotta love 5 a.m. conversations. Yeah, no, there's no there's no 2. Yeah, no, it was done with no real actual thought of who went where. Yeah, see, look at all these flowers over here on the beach. It's insane. So many flowers. So, and then I also need more trees as well. And there's more flowers up there. My goodness. So I think for this style up here in the neighborhood section on the left-hand side, you can see that I've kind of staggered the houses. I guess what I could do is I can make them more on the inside of this little island here. So what I would do is I would put it right about here. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's probably one of the more embarrassing things about doing this early in the morning and doing it unedited is, for those that were paying attention just now, I totally just tried to get Raymond's thing without realizing I wasn't going through a cutscene because, oh my god, I'm doing it again. I need to go sell these flowers. Oh my gosh. Like, even just selling one flower or putting down any particular flower would have helped me achieve my goal, and oh my goodness. All right, let's sell this flower. All right, flower. So sorry, but you caused me enough grief already. I know it was my fault, but still. There we go. All right, sell them all. Cool. I hope I didn't sell anything I needed by accident. I don't think I did. I think I'm good. Okay, now we can finally move Raymond's home. Also, someone asked me in a recent video, do I time travel? And the answer to that question is yes, which is such an interesting thing to answer, considering that literally a year ago, if you had asked me that, and I think I even have videos from a year ago that say, no, I don't actually time travel. I want to take this game as naturally as possible. But certainly as the days have gone on and I want things to be done. So for example, if I just want Raymond's house to be completed so I can decorate it and see what it looks like, I'll time travel now. So yeah, for those that are wondering, do time travel. But that didn't really start happening until about November of last year, when I was really excited to see the snow on my Northern Hemisphere island. So I time traveled, and then it's like throwing a pebble down a mountain and causing an avalanche. Once you time travel one time, you kind of get like a taste for it, and then you do it again, and the next thing you know, it's 2040. But no, I never really time travel for the sake of like refreshing the shops or anything like that. I only time travel to complete things like bridges and inclines and stuff like that. Speaking of inclines, so if I put houses up here, what I was thinking of, since there's going to be nothing over here, I was thinking of putting a set of stairs somewhere over here, probably right back here. That way you can still see it. If anything, right here, because it's kind of a natural leading point. And then what I think I might do is I think I might go ahead and maybe grab an incline to see what that looks like. I don't think I have 8 inclines built just quite yet. 1, 2... No, I only have like 5. So, for Raymond's home, let's try this one more time. 5 a.m. brain, thank you so much. That's a wetsuit. Build here. Now, normally I say that this kind of move isn't permanent, but with me running out of room on this island to put down things like houses, I really only have 2 locations to put down houses, which are the only things that I really need to, the big things that I need to kind of like put down. So I think, generally, like I always say, this is not permanent. In this instance, these are going to be permanent, just because of the fact that there's really no other location for them to go. So I'm not, well, actually, if I'm gonna go grab an incline, I don't need to clean up the flowers, because the building will take care of itself. I think, yeah. I was gonna say, Lloyd doesn't contribute to building the house. The house gets moved automatically. So I was thinking of a bridge and an incline. You can't build a bridge and an incline on the same day. I'm pretty sure. If I can't, let me know. It's been a while since I've tried to do something like that. So because of the stone structure there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just like on the left-hand side, I'm going to make a stone staircase here, or at least see what it looks like. And originally, this wasn't going to be the case. Originally, I wasn't going to put an incline in that little section leading down to the park, but as we continue to design it, the more that I realize that if we're going to put houses there, it's going to be a lot easier and smoother traffic-wise, which I know sounds ridiculous to say traffic in a game where you're really the only one walking around, but for definition purposes, for the flow of walking around the island, this is probably going to be better overall. That way, if I do end up placing, like, say, my house over here, then it would be, you know, easy for me to maneuver and get down to the shops and resident services without having to constantly go around to the neighborhood section. So it's already fitting pretty much right at the edge of the path that I've laid here. So we're just going to imagine it really quick. It is kind of awkward because you can't really see it behind the trees, or can you? No, it's actually totally fine. I would say that's not the worst. Quick decision, we're going to go ahead and just commit to that and see how we feel about it. And then before I actually finish up for today, I'm going to go ahead and finish that incline by paying for it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying down some pathing from the bridge on the left-hand side of that particular island to the incline that I'm getting ready to pay for. All right, let's see if my math is good here. I need 168, so I need 148,800. Oh no, I don't even have that much. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's awkward. Well, for the first time in a long time, I don't have the money to pay for this. So I'm probably gonna have to get some money from my Northern Hemisphere island to come down here and give to my Southern Hemisphere island, but that's okay. Man, so many mistakes this morning already. I forgot to clean out my inventory. I don't have enough money. Man, I can't remember how much money I gave this this island. I think it was like, I pulled out a 2 million bell loan from my Northern Hemisphere island, but I can't believe it went by that quickly. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I've been moving houses from the island to the beach and then from the beach to the island again. So I guess that was bound to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out a very rough foundation of where I want this pathing to go. What I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to act like there's no houses here. I'm just going to act as if you only want to get from the bridge to the incline. And so to do so, it's looking like it's actually a pretty straightforward shot. Once this bridge gets built, or this incline gets built rather, it's going to essentially just do this. And those mole crickets are going to drive me insane. Why do mole crickets ruin everything? Actually, is this a straight-on shot? It is a straight-on shot. Okay, so that's actually perfect. So then what I can do is I can build a house that kind of goes right up here, and then I can build another house that goes right over here. Which, in this instance, is probably going to be Lyman and my house. Or Lyman's and my house. Lyman's and mine house? And then I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in this little area. If anything, this is a nice little entryway that could lead to small little parks and stuff off to the side. So I can just, if anything, put down some trees, maybe a bench that kind of goes in to the trees as well. And then down here, not necessarily the same. I want to make sure that the foreground is cleared up enough to the point where you can see what's going on in the background. And so if anything, if I do put trees here, it would be a path that leads to maybe a little picnic area, very similarly to how I have the campsite currently set up. I think I have a lot of fossils in my inventory as well that that I still need to get assessed here. All right. So I think that's actually pretty good so far. Like I said, I'm only really going to do this to the point where I things start to flow well. So I don't really have like a general, this is how I want things to go, but I can already see, I'm just going to count this out really quick. So your house is 5 tiles long, or 5 tiles wide rather. Don't really know which one it is. So it's 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so ideally speaking, what I could do is if I were to put my house back here and kind of give myself a bigger neighborhood, the only awkward thing with that is Lyman's house gets kind of pushed off to the side and, you know, is kind of off somewhere. But then we also run into this issue where I also have 2 other houses, not just Lyman's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. It's just Lyman's house. So maybe I don't even put my house up there. Maybe I put my house kind of more over here to the right. And Lyman's house comes right around here. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best way to go. There's really not a lot of decorating space up here. And so I think I'm just going to basically leave this as is, fill it with more trees, turn it into a little camping area. I need to get that kids tent. That was the Christmas item for 2020 in order to do so, I think. Yeah, so this was kind of a very simplistic, I guess, 5 a.m. design with me video. We didn't really do much. We just kind of like figured out that we wanted to put more bridges or more inclines up to go to this neighborhood section. You guys kind of saw my thought process for how I wanted things to go. And then of course there are so many flowers here that I need to clean up. And so I'm going to be doing that sometime soon. But for now, with it being the top of the hour, I got to get ready. I got to get out of here. So for now, I just want to say really quick, thank you so much for hanging and watching. whenever it is that you're watching this video. I hope that it was enjoyable to have on. I hope it was enjoyable to kind of watch and listen to how I thought about things, and hope it was funny that I messed up quite a few times because I didn't I didn't have enough money, and then of course I didn't have space in my inventory, and then it just all over the place this morning. But otherwise, yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. If you enjoy this style of content and video, be sure to give it a like. It lets me know that you want to see more of this. And if you're new to my channel and do want to see those videos in your feed in the future, be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on. That way, whenever these videos are posted, you're told. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and hitting it. I appreciate it very much. Much love. Be safe. Take care. I'll see you later.